Hi, hi. Yep, I'm just streaming. Let me put up the music. It's been definitely a long day or short day. I don't know, guys. I'm wearing my helmet today. When you feel like you need a little extra help, that's definitely how I feel today. And I've decided that I am gonna wait, bat audio, my noise of choice. Me mute my desktop so it's not. Oof. Let's get something fun. There we go. All right, I can now unmute my audio. Hi, it's me, Uri Nayum, and we're gonna make a little guy. I just realized I'm definitely. It has been a long existence. Today, my plan is to take 4 to 6 male characters that I really like, personality, style, design, and try to make a character, because I'd like to get better at character designing. I mean, mind you, there's a lot of characters that I've designed that I really like, that have like, well, let's see. Let me see if I can pull up some. Okay, it might be better to show you some of the people. Some of my favorite characters I haven't even drawn in a while because I've been so preoccupied with other things, which kind of sucks. So let me see if I can find some art trades or artwork other people have done. Let's see. Oh, I love that picture. I forgot I still had this picture. Yay. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna, oh gosh, Lion's fairy tale lion. Oh my gosh, I forgot their name online. But this is Sahir, and she is a 13-year-old girl who lives in a factory town city underground that is ran by monsters. Make sure I'm not having the music too loud. I'll put it down a little bit. Hello, drawing, are we? Yes, we are. I was just showing off some characters that other people have drawn for me, and then I am definitely drawing today. So yeah, this is Sahir. She is from a company town. I think I'm repeating myself, but I love her, and her ability is to basically ask for help and be able to use different abilities from different animals. Most of these people I forget who originally drew them. Most of them are art trades, and like this guy actually doesn't have a name or a human name. I love him absolutely. Oh, there we go. The artist is right here. I have a few pictures from them. I've done a few art trades with them. I love their work. And then like Bite and Tower are my two favorites. They are very much sipping the tea. Oh, let me see if I can move myself down a little bit. There we go. I'll take off my helmet. Oh my gosh. How are you doing today, Raidu? 483. I probably said that butcheredly wrong. Butcheredly wrong. So yeah, here is Tower. She does electromagnetic energy. She's a superhero. That's not what they're called in this world. And then this is Bite. She can compress CO2 to a point where she can make things frost over. And then I was, oh my gosh, Lemon Kitty? No. I forget the name of the person who did this for me. And then this is my persona. So we're gonna just make a cool little guy. We're gonna take 6 characters, 4 to 6 characters I like, and make a new character as a fun little thing. What do I Who do I want? Oh my gosh. Because just looking around at all my figures, I'm like, I have a lot of people I like. Maybe I should do my more obscure characters I like? I don't know. Let me see. Yes, we are drawing. I've already respond to that. I'm really bad at repeating myself. I apologize. Gosh, let's see. I have like too many comics also right in arm's length and figures, so I'm like, okay, you know what? We are just gonna break down and go Majima Goro, Goro Majima, because I've been slightly obsessing over him lately. So we are definitely going to choose him in his crazy kid era. All right, there's one. I gotta think of like 3 to some other numbers. Gosh. Hi, I'm doing good. Just a girl in the world. I hope you're doing good too. Yeah, I freaking love Yakuza. I have a lot of figures. I have some prints. I I think, oh gosh. Kiru-chan. Oh yeah. No, I love him. I definitely have a type. That's why I'm like, I'm trying not to choose the same people that are the same type that I like. So the character looks and acts different. How about... Gosh, maybe somebody from Fallout? I don't... Let's see. No. Yeah, I know who I'm gonna just choose. I'm a weak-willed person. Not that one. We are gonna choose Nick Valentine as my second inspiration for a character. Oh, that's cool. I'm trying to see if I can find a decent picture of him. There's some really nice modded pictures of him, but nothing that I'd... Gosh darn it. I just need a nice, simple picture. That is harder than you think. You know, we're going to take this one. Alright, we're going to do a Nick Valentine. Oh, now I need to think of 2 other ones. Who is he? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh gosh. Now 2 more people. Gosh. I'm trying to think what I've actively been... Oh, I know I've been actively playing. I have been playing a lot of, Coral Island. I don't know if anybody here likes cozy games. I actually... My name is in the credits. Because I kickstarted it a long time ago. And I absolutely adore this game. So... let's choose a character out of that, because I absolutely like a lot of the characters. Maybe more so personality-wise. Because I kind of want to have fun making a fanciful character. I don't even know who I would choose. Because I am trying to actively not romance anybody, because I want to romance everybody. Oh. Harlequin. Oh, yeah. Harlequin's kind of cool. I mean, I like her. I like Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy's pretty awesome. I'm very much a Batman villainous fan more than Batman themselves. Though the Robins are pretty fun. Let's see, who else? Yeah, I know who I'm gonna choose. I'm trying to give me... All right. Let's see if I can move this over. All right. So we're going to choose Yuri. So maybe this character will be a doctor type or a medical type. I freaking love her in Coral Island. It is such a fun game. Hi, it's Robbie. Sorry, I've been a while. I saw you were online and just figured I'd drop in while I work. Oh, I appreciate that. Video rehash. Thank you. I appreciate lurkers and I appreciate anybody who shows up, so. But yeah, I don't know. There's just something about like later in the Coral Island games, you can actually be a mermaid and farm. So, and I ended up with like a dragon tail, a dragon mermaid tail. So I absolutely adore it. All right, 1, 2, 3. We'll choose one more character. All right, and then this is going to be really kind of a whiplash from this last one, but let's see. We want let us do trying to look up the characters. Oh gosh. Oh, I just remembered. Got really loud all of a sudden. Doctor with tattoos on her arm is pretty unique. Oh yeah. If you have it, the character design for everybody in this is really good. And I don't know, I just really... So I also like that in this game, one of the easiest things you can do is make a bouquet of flowers and give it to everybody to get hearts. And she doesn't like flowers. She got so mad. But she likes food. So if you give her food, and I can respect that, it is really yummy. She's like, heck yeah. Okay. All right, now Corvo from Dishonored. Oh my gosh. Because I was like, what other character do I have excessively in my room? And I'm like, oh, it's Corvo. I have lots of Corvo stuff. I have lots of Dishonored stuff in my house. So it's going to be interesting to try to make a character with all of this. So I'll have to... Though this is a really fun, do not save, warm up. Actually, I know a lot of doctors with tattoos on them. I work in the animal medical field, and I can tell you almost... I think 3 of my doctors don't have tattoos. The rest do, and almost all of the nurses have tattoos that I work with. So, usually just don't show them, because clients kind of get grumbly about that kind of stuff. All right, you go there. Now I gotta think about how I'm gonna make this all into one character. Nick Valentine. So I'm going to try to take a little bit of piece from everybody. Nope. Figure out how that works. I don't even know. Let's see. Okay, I guess I did a good job not choosing people that are too similar in design and attitude. Because Majima would totally like flowers. He's totally a flower kind of guy. And Corvo, I mean, if his daughter gave him flowers, he would totally take them. I think Nick would take them, but not really care. He'd be like, okay, that's different, thanks. All right, slight loud noise. I am moving my microphone slightly so I can be in better position, because my setup is really wonky. Oh, everything's really wonky. Whoops. All right. A little bit more. Okay, You behave. I said behave. All right. Hopefully that works. All right. So everybody's very fit, but I'm gonna, let's see how I wanna do a sketch in blue. Does anybody, if anybody here is an artist, you guys like to sketch in anything other than like one certain color? Because I always find myself sketching in blues and purples. But like I try to sketch in other colors, but for whatever reason it never happens. I guess I'll pull up a reference so I know what kind of body shape I want to do. No. Because references are cool. It's a good way of getting better at drawing. All right. I think something really relaxed like that would work. All right. Especially when your, what is it? Your internal library or whatever they call it isn't good enough that where your brain doesn't instantly can think of shapes a certain way. Internal library. I don't think that's what it's called. Oh my gosh. And of course I am sketching bigger than I need to for right now. All right, we need in and out. Hips right there. Okay. All right. Worry about small nitpicky things later. Base stuff first. All right. Let me put you guys back up so I can see if anybody is. I sometimes sketch with red color. It does make it easier to line. See, I should probably try to do that. I think that would be pretty cool. To try to... I think it'd be a better contrast for when you do try to line. I just think this is just a hangover from back in the day when I used to only do traditional artwork. But I think maybe I'll start doing that soon. You know what? Soon could be now. Let's go. I'm also trying to get better about liking my sketch initially before I start inking, because I feel like there's that, you know, when you get your hair cut, it is like ugly in between where you thought it was going to where it does go. Between the line work and then the ink work. Anatomy is something else I need to work on. But slowly but surely. See, I don't like at all how I did that hip. I think my issue is... Okay. So in, out, in. And I think I need to... There we go. Better shapes. And then... Because it's more this way, so this goes here. Okay. And this will go like this. Okay. That is not how that looks. Yeah, I still think it's funny. So when I first started trying to do digital art, the amount of people that, I don't know, kept telling me that I shouldn't because there's no magical pencil to draw perfectly, and you'll go through a lot of, oh no, they said drawing digitally is okay, but, what is it? Like, to stick to very basic brushes first when you're first learning, so you don't get totally sidetracked with shapes and stuff. I mean, definitely had a point, but I do like drawing with a lot of other different shapes, or coloring with a lot of other shapes. That doesn't look right either. Okay. Let's try again. I didn't do any warm-ups this morning because oh no! Sorry, the Persona 5 display is getting attacked. Down! No! Do not act. Sorry, my cat Igor decided to jump up on the cabinet with all the Persona 5 and Persona 3 stuff and knock stuff down because he's mad that I'm not playing with him. I am talking to people online and I am not playing with poor Igor. He is very sad and he wants you guys all to know that. I'm just gonna ignore him. We'll see what else he breaks. He's so good at that. Alright, and then the head like this. Alright, I feel like I am overthinking poses. But I also didn't do my normal warm-ups before I started drawing today. I like doing gesture warm-ups, they're fun. Alright, torso in. Torso out. Don't worry about that part. Torso. I don't make very thin, lean characters for the most part. I mean, I have like a few, but they're not my staple. Okay, you know what? I think we're just gonna go here. I don't want to draw any more legs right now. Maybe she wants to test her persona. Yeah, probably. Cats are funny like that. Especially when they finally decide that they actually want love and attention. They're like, actually, I don't know why you're ignoring me, because I am the main character of this. Alright, and we'll do that. The head is wonkily slow. Slow? That's not the word. Low. Small. There we go. Alright. So what does anybody out there have character traits you like in a character? Because I think I like very sure of themselves characters, I guess. Because I'm not a very sure of myself person. So I like characters that are like, yeah, I may be in the wrong. I don't care. I'll still do what I want. Or who always stand by their own virtues. I like characters like that. So, what kind of character types do y'all like? Okay. Sorry, my people are walking down my hall and are being very loud. See, that's still too small. Need to work on my... There we go. Like that big. There you go. Or, I guess visually, I like masks. I love Corvo's mask. Doctor type. You like Doctor type? Doctor types are pretty cool. I do like medical stuff. So we're definitely going to make this a doctor, I think. We're going to... Let's write this on a separate thing. So we're definitely going to go for a doctor. Goblin type? Heck yeah! I do like a little gremlin sometimes. Little unhinged person. I guess Kuro Majima is definitely unhinged. Aw, I want someone to take care of me. Aw, I feel that. You need a caretaker type. Like a person who will notice things going on with your life before you do. Yep. Hey, I hope you get that kind of person, but you gotta remember, sometimes they need, you know, just as much love and attention back. Or at least in the ways that they'll enjoy it. And gremlin types are perfect for if you need a little bit of instability in your life. I, I, I mean, I know I'd be kind of enamored if somebody decided to jump out of a traffic cone to hunt me down, like Goro. Oh, the little emote's sad. Yeah. All right. I guess. All right. Right now, I'm just more trying to get a feel for the actual body, and then we'll actually go and try to figure out personality and other stuff for this kiddo. Everybody's kiddo, even when they're old, okay? I can't help it. I'm not trying to be rude or talk down to people, but I get that a lot because I'm like, oh, hi, kid. They're like, what? I'm older than you. I'm like, yeah. It's just innate. Especially when you work with a lot of animals. I just call them all kid. They're all cute little kids. And I hear. All right. A scowl. All right. Now let's see. I'm gonna try to figure out some of the personality of each of these characters, so I can Goro's first. I can figure out what kind of character I want. So Goro is unhinged. All right, he's loyal. He definitely has his own code of ethics. Code ethics. He's a sharp dresser. I'm trying to think what else. Unhinged, loyal, own code of ethics. I don't know. Also, he's like, he hides sad things with his unhingedness. Hides sad with crazy. I feel like that's very much that's his personality. And his dress is, I don't even know why his middle center is it's like he's asking for people to punch him in his middle because he's got, like, you know, the bare chest, which I kind of like. Hello, just wanted to find a chill stream since I'm at school. Laugh out loud. Random TZ Arts. Hi. Well, I appreciate you being here. My name is Uri, and I hope you have a nice chill time while you're at school. I hope school's not too stressful today. So yeah. So, let's see. Bare middle, I guess. And he seems to like a lot of, like, I wanted that. This is what I don't want. And Majima seems to, hello, Mr. Igor. That's my microphone. Sorry. He seems to like pleather a lot. How's it going? Looks great so far. Thank you. It's going pretty good. I'm taking 4 different characters and trying to design a character based on different things about them. And these are our 4 characters. So it should be interesting because it's Corvo from Dishonored, Yuri from Coral Island, Goro Majima from Yakuza, and Nick Valentine from Fallout. So I'm excited. And right now I'm just trying to pull apart each person's personality and the way they dress or the way they act to try to figure out what kind of character I want. And now I'm on Majima's dress style. So yeah, leather. All right, and then he does have a weapon. But he'll use any weapon, so he's not biased, which is good. No bias for weapons. Let's see. Okay, Nick. We'll do Nick next. Personality, he is I guess steadfast. He's very serious, so he's not a gremlin. Uh trying to think. I don't know. I really like him because even though he knows that a good portion of his personality was coded into him, he still tries to become his own man and continue with his life the best he can without questioning. So, is his own man. I guess that's a personality trait. But I guess that's what I really like about him. I think he's very earnest. Another reason why I like him. I can't spell earnest, so please. I really can't spell earnest. I'm still upset that he wasn't romanceable. But and he okay, so he's very noir detective. In his looks. He's also a synth. So I guess I should do some type of robot parts with this. Or like, I don't know. Maybe not so much cyborg. Maybe we want to do more of a robot-y thing. How else does he dress? I think that's it. Unless he dresses up in the... Because you can get him to wear the... I always forget the comic book character's name. Alright. Then we have Yuri. So even though she's a doctor... Yay, doctor. She's very playful. Her roommate in the game is a librarian. And I don't know. And the librarian's really cute and adorable too. This game has such good characters. So she's very a duality person. Because when she's being a doctor, she's very serious. She's very, you know, this is what needs to happen. But then the moment she's not wearing her scrubs and she doesn't have to take care of anybody else, she's really silly. So, silly, serious. All right. Actually, I should probably pull up what she looks like outside of scrubs. I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting to draw an android wearing scrubs, but I don't think that's what I want to do today. Let's see what her other actual clothing looks like. Could you please? Thank you. All right. So yeah, so she's just... I guess we should definitely give piercings. I like piercings, honestly, but not everybody needs them. So yeah, she dresses very like casual, like combat casual. That sounds funny. You know, just in case if the world ends. Just a little bit of combat casuality. I guess we'll just put her there since we're thinking about it. I do like her boots. I guess everybody so far has worn boots, so that might be a thing we'll need to... If I do draw a full body, everybody needs boots. Let's see. So she's got piercings, tattoos, Boots. I do like good boots. I don't know. And she dresses like she doesn't take herself seriously. Unserious style. Which could be fun. All right. And then the last one is Corvo. I mean, he also does have a tattoo, even though it's just a mark of the outsider. I guess you get to see a lot more of his personality in the second Dishonored. I guess he's very loyal too. Oh, that's not how you spell loyal. I was about to go like this. I don't know what word that is, but that is not loyal. Oh. Gosh darn it. I'm just gonna say that's loyal for right now. My brain is not doing words properly. All right, so loyal. We are loyal. What else? He is on edge all the time, which is understandable with everything that happened in it. I don't know if anybody here has played Dishonored, but it is definitely one of my favorite games. It mixed two of my favorite things together, which is steampunk and stealth games. He's also serious. And then he's very soft to his loved ones. Those are some of the things I really like about him. All right, now the way he dresses. Is it called a pea coat? I always forget, like, these kind of coats. But I mean, it's very much a, like, gosh, I don't think it's a pea coat. Let me see what it's called. I want to say no. Of course not. I can't think. What is it? Brotherhood of the Wolf. If anybody has seen this movie, I love this movie. So it's kind of, they're slightly based off of these coats that were really prominent in Paris, not Paris, England, France, in France back in the day. And I think they're also known as highwayman coats. And then you got the corner hats, and then this is such a weird movie. I think, okay, so things like this, I guess, is what I would choose. Go away. Little tab. All right. Oh, I forgot to save this. Okay, let me save real quick. Because my luck, my everything will crash, and then I'll be like, well, that was no fun. All right, so I guess, I'm gonna say highwayman coat. Highwayman coat. And then he's got belts. Guess when I put everybody like near each other, I can figure out better for silhouettes and stuff. But I wanted something. I know I, like I know I drew this, but it may not be proper for what kind of personality we want to go to, since I'm not completely sure. But I know we're gonna do doctor. We're gonna do doctor. Highwayman coat, belts, and then he's got boots. So we get boots. Everybody gets boots. Oh, wait, let me, not you. All right. There we go. So we want somebody, I guess, serious. A serious character who might be unhinged. So I guess when they're being professional, they're serious. I guess that would work. Serious. At work. And other than that, they're unhinged. That makes me think of there was an anime that just came out where basically the premise is torture is legal, and it follows a bunch of guys who just do torturing for a job. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, I watched the first 4 episodes, but I don't know how I feel about it. Because it's like, oh, torture is legal for like villains and bad guys. And I'm like, there is so much wrong with that. Maybe not ethically, but definitely with trying to get actually somebody to spill the beans of how they're feeling about something. All right, so we're definitely going to do a coat. So we're going to have an overcoat. Sometimes doctors wear overcoats. So I'm surprised they didn't give Yuri one. But I love this detail right here because the amount of people I work with that keep all of their like hemostats, bandage scissors, extra flush, vet wrap, if they're the type to keep vet wrap on hand. It's like a little pouch pocket thing, and it's perfect. I love it. So let's also we're gonna have pouches. You're a doctor. Maybe we'll be a more modern doctor, or maybe a fantasy doctor. I'm not sure. Belts. We definitely want belts. Belts are fun. What else? I don't know. All right. So, I'll need your guys' help for this one because everybody has very dark, muted colors. Hi, how are you doing, Electroid Lols? I probably said that wrong. I apologize. I hope you're doing good today. It's me, Uri. My stupid little catchphrase. I'm doing good, and I hope you're doing good as well. So, everybody's wearing lots of dark color, and Yuri has a lot of bright color. So, when I get to that point, I will probably need to ask you guys for what should be brightly colored. I found you from scrolling. Oh, that's cool. Well, hi, thank you for showing up. I do appreciate it. And if you decide to leave, I appreciate that too. I'm just happy you're here. You're really underrated. Oh, thank you. I think a lot of things are underrated, but I appreciate the compliment. Today I am taking 4 characters that I like, and I am trying to design a character. So far we have a doctor who's serious at work and unhinged everywhere else, and now I'm trying to figure out fashion for them. Though I still think it's funny that like a major thing between everybody is a coat, because a lot of times I draw a lot of coats. I'm like, I don't want to draw shirts. Coat it is. Everybody gets a hoodie. All right, I guess I should just nail down what kind of time period or genre this would be. Aw, thank you. You know what? Since I have been obsessing over my zombie world I've been working on. We're just gonna smack them into my zombie world. Zombies! Yay! So this is a doctor who lives in a zombie apocalypse, which is gonna change how I do a lot of the stuff. Like the fashion and the way they look. Especially since in my zombie world there's different mutated zombies. I love drawing hoodies. Heck yeah! Hoodies are super fun. Especially when you can actually draw it right when you're like, oh, that wrinkle looks exactly like a real wrinkle. I am so proud of myself. I do enjoy that kind of stuff. All right, so that means we want a lot of... We can have actual leather. So a lot of these characters wear leather or very thick material. My brain's trying to think about like, okay, if we're a doctor in a zombie apocalypse, what would we actually need? And I don't know. I mean, I know a little bit about human medicine. I know a lot more about animal medicine, personally. If I was in a zombie apocalypse, I'd use a minigun. I mean, yeah. I do enjoy a very high fantasy zombie game or a high fantasy zombie world. Um, Personally, I also play a lot of zombie games where it's all about the survivors, because I feel like people surviving is not usually written about. That's why, oh, but like high fantasy zombie games I like are like Dead Island 2, so much fun. Mini games, miniguns. I don't think I've ever shot a minigun. I love miniguns. Well, that's cool. I'm not much of a gun person, but I have shot a bunch. Um, come from a hunting family, so. Hello, Mr. Hilarathy. Would you like to learn the backstory of sirens from Greek mythology? If it interests you, there's going to be a doomed platonic Yuri, and it won't take long at all because it's just a backstory. Sure. I mean, I do know a lot about Greek mythology, but I will never stop anybody from yapping about mythology. Yes, I love zombie movies. I I ingest too many zombie movies. Um, I think my favorite ones are from the zombies' point of view. There is Zombie Diary, where there is this fast food restaurant and this goo that they eat turns them into zombies. But so the human world is black and white, and when they eat the goo and they become the zombies, the world becomes colorful. And they think that the faster, more horrific creatures attacking them are actually humans. Ed's World. No, I haven't, but I'll have to look that up. Tell me about Ed's World. I enjoy learning new things. All right. So we definitely want a high collar. I don't know. I'm just gonna. All right, high collar. High collar is important, not to get bit. And I guess welding gloves, oversized welding gloves. High collar, welding gloves. With chain so they can take them off and use more delicate stuff. And also I feel like if you're wearing welding gloves, you can wear latex underneath. I guess they would also have like a chemistry setup. Oh, it won't let me, won't let you link. I'll just Google it. Ed's World. Oh, okay. It's an animated series. No, I don't think I have. I mean, I've definitely seen these pictures. I've been on the internet for a while. Um, I might have to take a look at that later. Cool. All right. welding gloves. My brain's trying to think about like what would actually be safe and what could you like is like I guess sewing needles. And you'd have to keep a sharpening stone on you. I know these aren't things he's gonna have on them, but called they have a zombie series called Zombie Attack. Oh, cool. Okay. How would you actually autoclave things? The sirens were the three nymph daughters of the muse of dance and choir, Tepriskor. I have butchered that. I apologize. And her husband, who was the most respected of all the river gods and was called the Prince of Rivers. Archelaus. Okay. Okay, the way they dress. I know my brain keeps going. I guess maybe I should find a coat with lots of pockets. Plus pockets. Okay. And then in my zombie world, a lot of times, so they wouldn't be a mob crawler. I don't know if they would take care of mob crawlers. In my the zombie world I'm working on, there is a also I'm making a series too. That's really cool. There is a state of mind that people can get into that's like a zombie, and because of a mushroom, it's always a mushroom. But there is a group of survivors and they call themselves mob crawlers because they can stay in that fugue state of mind like a zombie, but also go into infested areas. Probably yes. We will see. But I will definitely listen to you a little bit if you post it here. This is why I need a Discord, so I can have a lot of this awesome information in one place. But mob crawlers, their job is to basically go into heavily infected areas and like find, medicine, goods, food, whatever. But they are in this constant state of mind when they're working where they're like basically like a zombie. And because their body's giving off the same pheromones as a zombie, zombies don't attack them. So I don't know if this is like a doctor for regular survivors or if I want to make him a doctor for mob crawlers, because that those are two different things. You would have different set of skills. But it'd make understand why he would go unhinged. Because mob crawlers, when they are working, they actually use a paint on their backs or on signs that they wear that's like a bright color and it's in an X. And after a while, it does wear off. That way, if somebody is too gone for so long, they might have actually just turned into a zombie. How did they become a zombie? Oh, you mean in this world? In my zombie world? Oh, well, actually, there's multiple types of zombies, but the number one type of zombie is actually the Earth started treated humans like viruses, and so ended up spewing out humans, the dead humans, like white cells, attacking us. So it was like basically the Earth churning already dead humans into a way of attacking us, like we're bacteria. So that's that type of zombie. There's multiple types of zombies, and that's why humans don't bury their dead anymore, because the Earth will just turn around and be like, whoop. Now zombies are like white cells and they attack. And then that's why different zombies also have different eye colors depending. Yeah. The Earth was like, we hate you. Go my minions. That's why it's actually safer away from cities, and most people now live away from cities. Except for now we have other types of zombies too, but they're not human zombies. Because we have other things coming out of rifts and stuff, which is no fun. Trying to think what else I want. So yeah, so I guess this is, do I want regular doctor for survivors, or do I want a doctor for mob crawlers? I think I'm going with mob crawlers. I'm not making a zombie story, but I am making a supernatural thing. That's really cool. Supernatural is really fun. Like, what kind of things are in your supernatural thing? All right, maybe I should find a coat. Let me look up some. All right. Let me organize my little area a little bit better. All right, so you go there. And everybody in this folder, and then we will just, oh, nope, wrong button. The three sisters were named Partheniope, meaning maiden face, the oldest, who was youngest. Lygia means sweet loudness, and Locosii means white one. Aw. Okay. Angels, demons, and aliens. That's legit. You can all go away. I'm gonna move you this way, and then I will look for some references to see what I can find. Yay, references. Futuristic wear is so interesting, but like a lot of the time, oh no, you know what? I like that. That looks homemade. And if I change some of the colors around, I think that would look better. Okay, I know this is gonna be kind of out of, okay, so this ain't gonna have like bright prints on them, but I think something like this with a few more pockets. Because, you know, people are making their own clothes at this point. Oh, and ghosts. Ghosts. Well, I am an alien. And I am also a shapeshifter. Though I don't have any in my model right now. The model I'm working on, for my actual debut, I will have a few different actual animal and creature forms. Hopefully, knock on wood. Because I'm doing all the art myself. Alright, so I kind of like... We're probably going to still do muted colors. But I'm thinking more like... handmade... robot arm. That's cool. Yay, animal parts. Oh yeah, that reminds me. This guy's got to be part robotic too. Okay, stethoscopes is something you can have. I guess you would want one so you can hear the heart. Ooh. I'm just thinking of all the weird medical stuff that I can do, like pseudo-medical things. Like, maybe the fungus slowly grows a thick layer around the heart. So the heart is still pumping some blood, but it's passing through the chambers, and actually that's what releases the pheromones. So, or maybe and people who it doesn't work in, it weakens their heart, and then the valves aren't working strong enough. Elementals? Oh, I mean, yes, there's definitely... Oh, you mean like... Isn't it a DC thing? The sirens were the childhood companions of the goddesses. Persephone. Aw, I love Persephone. When she was unmarried, and they sang for the goddess. They also had witnessed Persephone's abduction by the underworld god Hades. Okay. But yeah, maybe I'll make something like that where, because when you're having heart palpitations or heart issues, it's a lot of times, sometimes it's the heart valves not properly closing, so the whoosh and the liquid's coming back. I'm just trying to think of the medical reasons why. No, I mean the myth. Oh, not off the top of my head, no. I do not. All right, so we definitely, I guess, welding gloves on top, because if we're dealing with people in a crazed, oh gosh, what's that term barbarians put themselves in? A berserk stage. A berserk state? Berserk state. That's what it is. That's what I'm thinking of. All right. So I'm kind of thinking, I like the thought of an oversized overcoat initially. Because if you think about it, they'd have a lot of pouches, but their initial coat would have a lot of pockets with stuff in it. So they could just drop it. And okay, so my thought is this. So yeah, having a bag with all the stuff in it is good and all. But if all of a sudden you have to like turn around and like look through the bag for the stuff, the three sirens beg the goddess to help and search for Persephone, and they transform the sirens by giving them wings. Sorry. And they transform the sirens by giving them wings and making them have the feet and tails of birds to help find their friends. Aww. That's kind of interesting that that's why they ended up with their body parts like that, so they can hunt down Persephone. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right. But if you have a lot of pockets, and especially if the things are small enough, you can just dig around. So the backpack would have the bigger things, like maybe a defibrillator that's solar powered or whatnot. And then this would just be, it kind of looks silly. Like, it would definitely look silly on this person, because I think like they'd have such a serious attitude. All right, like my brain's trying to, we may not even go with this. I might just choose something else, but I was trying to think of. And honestly, I feel like if you have an oversized coat, it'd be less likely. If you get bit, it'd be easier to get away with. It's about the guy who gets false accused falsely when he gets visions. Aw, that kind of sucks. So he has like a Cassandra thing going on. When Demeter and Hades' dispute over Persephone was settled, the grandfather of the sirens, Zeus, gave them an island in Mediterranean Sea, which is commonly identified as the island of Carpi. Who? Oh, she was gifted with the ability. I said Cassandra, right? I think it's Cassandra. Yep. So she was a Trojan princess who was given the gift of sight by Apollo, And then Apollo cursed her that no one would ever believe her. So she would say something and everybody like, that's not true. So you might have seen the comic where a girl was like, oh, Apollo has a big peen. And everybody's like, that's not true. And Apollo's like, wait, you're not supposed to use the curse like that. So, but yes, she was cursed for no one to ever believe her. All right. Nope. Huh. Yep. I know, right? She's definitely one of my favorite Greek tragedy ladies, because there's so many. You barely breathe in the direction of a god or a great spirit and something horrible happens. You know, I just happen to be really good at weaving. How good? Better than Athena? Maybe? Spider, you are! For me, Victor is just very obsessive and overly kind. Okay. Alright, I was thinking of clothing. Alright, maybe we should figure out face. Thank you, Mr. Hila Rathers. I guess not a lot of people know this. So, one of the main reasons why I started doing VTubing and trying to stream more is I'm not good at talking. I actually don't talk a lot outside of work, and I don't really talk to friends. But let's just say he went overboard. Oh no. So I mispronounce a lot of words, and I'm also dyslexic, and also there's a term for it and I always forget it, but like I misplace words with other words constantly. So I apologize to anybody listening if it sounds like I am a rambling fool, but I am working really hard at talking more often because I am not very much of a talker. If any of you guys saw me in real life, you'd be like, oh, that's a wall. If air, I suck at voice acting. Voice acting can be fun. I think voice acting would be fun. It'd be a lot of work though, because you have to know like, not only where in your mouth you're talking from, because there's a difference between being very heady and like, oh my god, and then being very like a guttural high, like in your chest, and then talking at the front of your mouth and then the back of your mouth and then stuff like that. I think is pretty cool. I wanted to be a voice actor when I was younger, but no. Accents, I can do some accents. It's really interesting because you just have to, I don't know. And then I have other accents. I sound like a 12-year-old on my phone. Oh no. Oh gosh, I forget where I heard it, but I heard somewhere that people hear themselves at a lower tone because we hear ourselves through our skull. So when you actually hear yourself on a phone, you're no longer hearing yourself through a skull, but not accents. All right, face. We will figure out face. And I'll figure out hair, and then we should be good from there. What should we do? Oh, I really need to get better at drawing human faces. And so we're gonna do like a robot-y thing. The sirens then lamented over their loss of Persephone, and their song caused sailors to forget everything and only their desire to hear their siren song. So they crashed their ships on the isle. Yeah. And then Odysseus came and put beeswax in his ear. I love Odysseus. That is one of the books that I've read the most of. Other than like, oh gosh, Dragons of Pern? I guess Dragons of Pern. I mean, yeah. I've read a lot of Dragons of Pern. I had to think about that one for a moment. All right, so face-wise. Everybody has such intense looking faces. We're gonna forgo a hat. There will definitely be tattoos. Middle part hair seems to be pretty popular. I've never drawn human faces. They just look like this. A red circle! You're drawing object heads. That's what you're drawing. I love object heads. They're so much fun. All right, so we pull up a reference. I love references because my brain, I know what my problem is when I draw faces. My eyes are too big and the tops of my heads are not big enough. And like I have a whole list of things that I'm slowly trying to work on while I draw people. I actually like, I forget this actor's name. I like him in a lot of stuff. Maybe we'll go with something more, trying to choose something a little bit more, All right. We'll see how it goes. That one more. Oh, I pushed way too many. So, give him kind of a scowl. I don't know why. Just because he'd rather not be here. He'd rather, maybe he likes work. I don't know. I want him to like work. This will be a doctor that likes his job. I guess if he's taking care of crazed lunatics who are high off of drugs. They're high off of mushrooms. Okay. I like my reference because it has a very like wide nose. I do enjoy a good wide nose. When they are human, but they look more uncanny. They don't have noses or ears. Ah, okay. I think my eyes. Okay, so we actually want this lower. See, yeah, that's my problem. My head. Something I need to work on, especially when adding hair. Okay. Because I need to get better at like placing landmarks. Because it's good practice for figuring out landmarks and shapes of the face if you want to draw a face more than once. Because then when you draw it in different angles, you can figure out... See, my nose is too high too. Then you can figure out where things are supposed to go. Jason and his crew had to pass their isle, so their bard, Orpheus, drowned out their songs so they'd pass safely. But Buddhist, a member with strong ears, jumped overboard. But Aphrodite saved the man. Oh, that's cool. I forgot he went past there too. And then, oh gosh, what's their name? The sea creature in the side of the mountain. Oh gosh. You would think I would know a bit more because of the whole Hades 2. Side of Cliff? Greek. Cilia. Yeah, Cilia. Cilia? Silas? No, that's not the one I'm thinking about. Nope, no, that is the one. As a legendary man-eating monster that lives on one side of a narrow channel of water. Okay. Like, I thought I remembered the name. Voids with hair. Alright, so we're kind of making this... We're also going to make this a little bit older. Okay. I don't like how those lines are going though. We're gonna go more like. Yeah, I still think the eyes are too big. Then the centaurs that fled Hercules came to their island. Now the sirens were immortal and didn't need to eat, and they had nothing to feed them. All right. Oh, that sucks. The sirens did get a very bad lot in life, didn't they? Or I guess in mortal life, an immortal life. Yeah. See, that's my problem. I feel like my eyes are too big. All right. Because I also do like drawing a lot of like anime style. So I feel like when I'm trying to draw realistic, I draw my proportions completely wrong. So let's fix this real quick. Because I'd like to work on my more realistic style. And that means you better proportions. Like when I paint in this style, I'm pretty good at like reorganizing everything so my proportions are better, but no offense, but the sketch looks like a villager from Minecraft. It did for a moment, yeah. Oh, and I would not hold any offense for that kind of stuff. Let's see. His nose is like this. Right now I'm more trying to draw guidelines. And then yeah. And also, this person is very, I mean, I think he's a handsome older gentleman, but he's not like, I guess what would be on a normal cover of like of a magazine. That's kind of what I like. I like a more everyday human looking kind of person. I don't like that. Fell in love with the oldest siren. Did arrest her. Oh, so they keep having bad luck. Like, not only did their shapes change, their location change, the moment anybody started being with them, their family members were like, nope, not good enough, and then turned them into volcanoes. That's pretty intense. In my second screen, I can definitely see it looks like a Minecraft villager, even worse. So, and I think once I get hair, maybe it will look a little bit better. You know what? I'm giving this old guy gauged ears. That's what I said I was gonna do. He gets piercings and tattoos. Because I said so. Okay, now he's starting to look... Okay. I can't draw gauged ears to save my life right now. Then you usually... Alright, so... No, I always want to do that. There's little flourishes in my hair that I'm always like, ooh, and I'm like, no, we don't want to do that. Let's just... Okay, see, I feel like my eyes aren't long enough now. They're the right height, or the right width. And then just like, there we go. Mm. it looks really silly. uh, all right. I promise you guys I'm trying. I'm just trying to... I feel like my nose is weird. It is. This is just guidelines. We're just getting the base down. Okay. I don't know why that looks too much like a priest collar. I was thinking like... What is it? Like a metal bit? And like an actual collar? Of a shirt that goes like around the neck? Because maybe people don't... I mean, zombies can't turn other people into zombies. At least, the white cell zombies can't turn other people into zombies. You get turned into a white cell zombie if you get buried. That. I guess. 5 o'clock shadow. There we go. Something like that. Okay, I do not like the positioning of anything else right now. Let's try to fix everything then. I think I should draw them. Sail past the islet with both our crew. Armed with the help of his lover, the nymph Circes. Yep. Circes. I do love Circes. Her whole cautionary tale is pretty interesting. Okay, so this would be like the pocket like this. I'm trying to figure out how, like, this is over. Alright, I don't like the way it looks. Not the over bagginess of it all. We will fix this. Alright. He looks strange. I like him. How was that even attached to anything he's wearing or doing? I am stuck in between, like, I want to make this look cool, but also I want to make this realistic. I like a good character design that's like, ooh, that is really interesting. And oh, that makes sense. Like, I understand why a character would wear something like that in this situation. That's why I'm going back and forth on, like, rope, and that, and rope, and glove. But why he's running out with his guns out? I guess, like, maybe if he's, like, at, oh gosh, what's it called? Like, in a safe territory? Odysseus. Aww. The sirens really didn't have any luck, did they? I like character design. Now my brain is like, how are we gonna make this work? Because I like the way this looks, and I don't think we can. Not right now. Then the queen, oh goddess Hera. Okay. Electrode locks. Is he looking a little less Minecrafty? You know what? I'm gonna draw a villager. Now that you said that, I'm gonna warm up real quick and draw a villager. Villager Minecraft. Ah. Let's go. Just real quick. What does perfect? Oh no, no, I did not say make noise. Oh no. All right, let me mute my desktop since it's decided commercial time. All right, and then we're on mute, blah, blah, blah. Dang it, Bobby. Sorry to all the Bobbies out there. Commercials. Is it? Nope, it's not who I... It's like, I know you've been listening to this one person. Do you want to not listen to them again? I'm like, no. All right, let me... There you go. Don't be silly. All right. Villagers. Okay. Because they got their fleshy meat heads. Let's see, like this. Okay. Then, what do they look like to the side? I'd like to see what the side, probably like that. Okay. Right, and then browse. I guess this is good practice for like so it'd be more like that is totally not right. All right, like this. Like that. Need her like that. But everything would have to kind of be smoothed because square eyes. Let's see. Nose. And it comes like all the way down. Wrinkle. Like unibrow. Okay, this picture I see, the highlights are circles. So you know what? We're just gonna do everything squarish. Square. square, I said. Square with soft round edges too. That'll work. Something like that. Oh, I need to fix those cheeks. Those cheeks don't look good. I'm here for exact. Hi, Dan. Villager. Oh, well, right now I was just drawing a villager. I was, though, my little dude. I was using my love of random characters, so I chose Corvo from Dishonored and Yuri from oh my gosh, my brain just died. Coral Island, and Majima Goro from Yakuza, and then Nick Valentine from Fallout. I was gonna make a little character. So that is what I am working on. And I've decided I was gonna make a doctor type character, and I keep going back and forth between like actual decent clothes that make sense or cool looking clothes. So I'm going back and forth. And then initially my character kind of looked like the villager, so now I'm just kind of doodling the villager. That's what I'm doing. It's nice to see you, Dan. I'm probably oh gosh, I've been streaming for an hour and 30 minutes. I actually was originally going to play a video game, but I woke up this morning like through the sheer will of not inspiration but dedication and practice to try to get better at art. So I was like, gosh darn it, I do want to play a video game. I do want to play Disco Elysium, but also I would like to work on actually being a better artist. So that's where we're at right now. Like something like that. Yeah, because our noses. It's kind of fun to think about, especially when you're thinking about like planes on a face, because they definitely do follow more rigid rules. You guys don't really have ears, do you? No ears. Okay. No hair. I mean, y'all got eyebrows, I guess. But yeah, that's what I was working on. And then later I'll be working on finishing up the picture from the Waffle House. Nice. I hope you have fun. Just wanted to stop by. Sadly, I must go. Enjoy the stream, everyone. Aw. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate you. All right. There we go. I drew a villager head. This actually makes me kind of happy. I do enjoy Minecraft. It gives me a little moment to think about this little dude. Yeah, I feel like I made his torso too long in this picture. Gosh darn it. I feel like it's going to be one of those people that I'm going to have to think a little bit more about. Because I still like the ideas of like lots of pockets. I don't know. You can never go wrong with too many pockets. I mean, unless the thing you need to find is, like, really important. I don't know if I'm enjoying this or not. Who? It's not horrible. Alright, I'm gonna save the villager. I'm gonna paint him later. Because I was working on... I was trying to draw myself in a more realistic style. Because I had this picture. And I was trying to think about like face proportions and painting and stuff. So a lot of times when I have a picture like this that I'm practicing from, and I try to sketch out where the initial proportions are, and then I try to redraw them, which is what I did. And I don't feel like my face is round enough in my initial thing that I drew, but... And then I gotta practice coloring skin and painting hair and all that other fun stuff. I like it better without the, I like the sketch better, but I think that's because I like my sketching more than I like my painting, which is something I need to work on. Pooh. Alright, I think I'm starting to get low spoons. For anybody who normally doesn't watch me, I have a few, no, don't save. I guess things my body does that after a while I have to like lay down or do something else because I can't sit for very long. I kind of want a standing desk. I think I'd do better at a standing desk and I'd probably stream longer. And also talking too much does hurt. So I think I am probably going to call this stream. It's not that short of a stream. And I'm going to try to do some gaming later, I guess, since I was supposed to play Disco Elysium. But, where are you? Electroid lulz. Locks? No, locks, probably. Electroid locks. I appreciate you coming in, and anybody who's just listening. I enjoy my lurkers. My lurkers are also known as my little space grubs, because they just hang out into my spaceship. And people in chat are my crewmates, even though we may not be in the same space station or in the same place. We all exist and are going through similar things. Well, maybe not exactly the same, but you know what? We're all alive and trying to continue that. I appreciate everybody who is talking to me. I'm really bad at ending these things. So, gosh, what was I gonna say? My brain just went blank for a moment. Let's see. Okay. I am headed out the space station door. My brain is getting all foggy now. Thanks for everybody who was here. It's me, Uri Nayum, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye!